Discover a story about a company that's been a leader innovating and evolving for almost a century, reaching new heights and becoming what it is today. One of the largest and most diversified maritime groups in the Dominican Republic and the Caribbean. In a more demanding, competitive, and ever-changing world, preparing and adapting to market changes is critical to success. Our company started in the ship agency and stevedoring business 90 years ago in 1919. Founded by an enterprising young Scotsman named John William Tatum, the company did business for its first 45 years as J.W. Tatum and Company. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s and well into the 1940s, the company prospered in San Pedro, seemingly unaware of the rapid development taking place just 40 miles to the west in the capital city of Ciudad Trujillo and its new seaport. Until by the early 50s, it became obvious that San Pedro was not going to be the center of activity for too much longer. In 1955, the company's directors voted to move the head office to Santo Domingo and to start the process of gaining liner and tramship business all over again. In 1961, ownership changed when the Tatum family sold to two of their top executives, Ramon Baez and Victor Rannick. And in 1964, the name was officially changed to Baez and Rannick, or today the B&R Group. Facing these changing market needs, Agencias Navieras B&R, the flagship company in a group of 12 affiliated businesses and a team of over 400 professionals, is focused on innovation and providing its clients with the highest level of service, meeting and exceeding world-class standards.
Our mission is to provide our clients with the highest level of service and customer satisfaction in the marine industry and in logistics operations.
In order to provide this high level of service, B&R places great emphasis on preparing and continually developing its highly specialized team with a vision that its human capital is its most important asset. B&R staff of professionals are largely responsible for the success and growth of the company's core business, which consists of liner and tramp shipping agency, stevedoring of containers, dry bulk, break bulk cargoes, including crude oil and refined petroleum products. The agency and stevedoring services are all performed with a focus on efficiency, quality, reliability, and security. With over 90 years in the maritime business, customer service and customer satisfaction is B&R's top priority. The team spirit and productive working environment that is characteristic in B&R Group is very important for carrying on the key tasks in all services offered by the organization.
We have been building partnerships with our customers for the better part of the last century, and the integrity and professionalism of our employees has been a key part of that success.
B&R's stevedoring operations handle a wide variety of cargoes, including aggregates, coal, clinker, corn, soybean meal, sugar, steel, lumber, fuel, chemicals, palletized and bagged cargoes, and of course project cargoes and heavy lifts. These cargoes all require a high level of care, which is why B&R follows the strictest safety and quality standards. In its stevedoring operations, it employs only the best people and the equipment available. Handling cargo efficiently, safely, and securely, with cost effectiveness in mind, is not only the client's concern, but B&R's as well. Agencias Navieras B&R is also active in the container business in the Dominican Republic, partnering with prestigious carriers such as CMA CGM, Crowley, Nippon Yusen Kaisha, and Zimline, offering service to and from ports around the world, supported by B&R's first-class sales and customer service team. Dominican International Forwarding, an affiliate of B&R Group, is a Dominican-based logistics company that works with a global network of international freight forwarders, brokers, and NVOCCs, handling consolidated air and ocean freight, full container loads, custom brokerage and trucking for importers, exporters, and special projects, providing a complete selection of services on the high value-added end of the logistics supply chain. Dominican International Forwarding is B&R Group's solution to a growing need in the marketplace for bundling higher value-added services and providing an option for importers and exporters who choose to outsource with logistics professionals to provide complete transportation door-to-door solutions. DIF has a very specialized and experienced staff dedicated to project logistics and has been instrumental in providing offshore logistics solutions to a number of major infrastructure projects in the Dominican Republic. To further increase its service offerings, DIF also provides door-to-door service via its affiliated courier operation, Caribbean Parcel Services, CPS, one of the largest private courier services in the Dominican Republic. Over the last 3 decades, B&R Group has diversified into a number of marine services businesses. One such company, Remolcadores Dominicanos, has been providing harbor towing services, offshore towing and salvage in the Dominican Republic and the Caribbean since 1973. Co-founded by the B&R Group, this affiliated company now has one of the most modern tug fleets in the Caribbean and is now extending services within the rest of the region. As part of its strategic vision to invest vertically in the maritime sector in the Dominican Republic, B&R Group, together with a consortium of investors in the Dominican shipping community, jointly formed Haina International Terminals HIT, a company structured to realize major port improvement projects and implement the single terminal operator concept, with the objective of gaining cost and productivity efficiencies and improving port service levels and security.
The geographic location of the Dominican Republic is truly privileged. Over the last 20 years, the Dominican Republic has exhibited enormous economic growth, made possible by the infrastructure that we see here today and many other infrastructure projects.
Rio Haina is currently the Dominican Republic's largest port, handling most of the dry and liquid bulk cargoes, as well as general cargo and a high concentration of containerized traffic. Located on the outskirts of a major metropolitan area of Santo Domingo and close to major industry and manufacturing parks, Rio Haina is a strategic port for importers and exporters of all cargo types. While having certain limitations for expansion and certain draft constraints to handling ships which keep getting larger every year, B&R clearly shared the collective vision that Rio Haina would continue to be the leading bulk and break bulk terminal in the Dominican Republic, as well as an ideal port for small and medium-sized container lines for years to come. And by investing in port infrastructure, equipment, and software under a common operator concept, port efficiency and port capacity would improve dramatically.
The Dominican Republic is an island nation which is highly dependent on connecting the rest of the world with multimodal forms of transportation, ocean, air, and land.
There was a vision, a dream that later became reality, in the midst of a sea of challenges and opportunities, to meet the Dominican Republic's growing domestic container volumes and to provide a platform for a new transshipment hub in the Caribbean. In the mid-1990s, B&R Group became one of the founding partners and promoters of the Port of Caucedo, a greenfield post-Panamax container port which took almost a decade to develop and build. In December 2003, after years of hard work and a team effort between partners, promoters, and with the support of the government, the project became a reality and the port opened for business on schedule and under budget. Today, Caucedo is an impressive piece of infrastructure, having just over 640 meters of quay, 13.5 meters draft, a container yard of 50 hectares with a storage capacity of 40,000 TEUs, 300 reefer plugs, 5 post-Panamax cranes, 2 mobile harbor cranes, and corresponding container yard equipment and crane sets. The Port of Caucedo is one of the most modern port infrastructures in all of Latin America. At the moment, Caucedo is carrying out a $60 million expansion, which will take capacity over 1 million TEUs a year. The Port of Caucedo has a very favorable geographic location, being located right on the crossroads of the north-south and east-west routes in the Caribbean. Located only 26 kilometers from the city of Santo Domingo, it is next door to the Las Americas International Airport, literally fence with fence, facilitating the development of a regional air and ocean logistics center.
The Dominican Republic has exhibited incredible growth. This economic growth would not have been possible without investments in infrastructure and in human capital. B&R is very focused in this and realizes that this has to be the trend of the future, is continued investments in infrastructure and in human capital.
On land or at sea, B&R has the human and technical resources and the world-class shipping lines to handle absolutely any piece of cargo to or from any point on the globe. Through 4 generations of experience, B&R has always been a family business, almost fanatically customer-driven and dedicated to exceeding the expectancy of world-class customers.